Here's how to make a cheap grind box out of 1 sheet of plywood and 4 2x4s. We'll be putting some metal edges on it too, so that you have the sheet of plywood ripped in half, so you have a piece that's approximately 2 feet wide minus the width of the saw blade, and then you have a couple of side pieces to make up the side of the box that you make out of the other half of the sheet of plywood. So you can see we've got the right half of the box assembled, and we've got all the 2x4s cut so that they'll be exactly the same width as the top piece when we're ready to put it together. So rather than show you step by step, figure you have command of basic tools, you can do this yourself. So this goes on the top of the box like that. That's going to make up the side of the box like that. We'll get that bolted together, and then we'll put some angle iron on the side of it so that they can grind on it. And then we're going to use this chain link fence post that we built a grind rail out of for the other side. So there'll be one chain link fence post side and one steel 90-degree angle grind edge on the other side. Here's a close-up look at the construction. We did 2 screws on each one of the 2x4s all down the line. And you can see there's cross braces on the bottom at one end and then a cross brace at the bottom on the other end. Now we're going to screw the top down on top of it. Alright, so that's the top of the box. The only tip we have for you on this part is if it has gotten warped one way or the other when you bolted all the side rails together, you just want to make sure you press against it left and right until it's completely flush along the edge, the top part with the side. And you can do that by turning the box up on its side and having somebody push down on it or sit on it until it's completely flush, and then put a screw in the top of it to hold it in place. So now all we have to do is do some sit-ups. Now all we have to do is put the side rails on it and paint it, and we're good. Alright, here's our grind rail that we've connected to the side of the box. You can see it's a chain link fence post held on by an L bracket that goes inside here, and then we drilled a hole here with a screw that's holding it down into this 2x4, and that keeps it in place. And then this 2x4 supports it when you jump on it, and we've used a whole bunch of wood screws to screw that to the side of the box.
Oh yeah, look at it, girl!
Way to go! Alright, we picked up some angle iron. This is 1/8 inch thick 48-inch pieces of angle iron. I've been told that they don't make it, at least not at Home Depot, in 8-foot lengths. They do make it in 6 feet lengths, so if you're making a 6-foot box, then it's perfect. You just buy a 6-footer, but we had to go with 2 4-footers. We're going to use liquid nails to glue them onto the box, and then just try to make sure that this joint doesn't have a significant bump in it. Now some people put screws in the side of it. They'll drill it and countersink a screw in the side to hold it on. We're not going to do that just because we don't feel like it, but that would give it a little extra support. And I've been told that the liquid nails works fine, so I'm just going to glue it down and see what happens, and if it falls off, then we'll go ahead and put some screws in there. That's how much liquid nails I used to glue the rail on. Just put a good healthy coating onto the rail. I did sand it down, the inside of this, and I also sanded down the plywood for maximum sticky power. Alright, you can see the metal is a little bit uneven here, so I'm going to grind it to smooth it out. Alright, that's smoothed out well enough, I think, for bikes. For skateboards, you might want to go a little deeper. Alright, here's the final box. We ended up clear coating it. You can paint it or clear coat it, and if you want, you can put some hardboard or masonite on the top of it. If you're doing skateboards, we're doing bikes, so we don't really need that smooth of a surface. Feeble. So we've got the pole side and the rail side all set up. So I hope that helps you build yourself a box. You can see we're tearing the hell out of it here with one kid who can't jump high enough with his pegs. Fortunately, that's a 2x4. On the other side, I'm not sure how long it's going to last before we work our way through the plywood.